Hey, Gems. Welcome back to the channel, Crystal Heart. My name is Crystal, and today we are live. We're supposed to be making a memory bear. I apologize for being a few minutes late. I don't even know what time it is at this point. Okay, 3 minutes late. Not that bad. But quick story time. Matter of fact, if you hear, say hello. Quick story time. Yesterday we were cleaning out the refrigerator, and hubby was putting stuff back in, and he was stacking stuff in the shelves on the door. And if y'all weren't live when I was talking about hubby does not close things, and throughout the years I've dropped so many things because of him. I'm not sure if he didn't close this or he just had it balancing, but it was a mason jar with chili oil in it. And when I opened the door and went to put something, I don't know, it fell. The glass didn't break, but the lid broke off. So I don't know if it's because he didn't close it tight or what, or just the impact. Oil flew everywhere, all over my legs, my pants, the floor. Ugh. So yeah, in the midst of all of that, I was trying to fix me lunch so that I can come on live. And now I'm out of breath from running up the stairs, trying to hurry up and clean that up. Uh hey Lachitas. Yes, I'm fine. Have a good day at work. um, but I don't know. I should have came on live a little bit later because I had no time to prepare to start this bear. I don't even know where my pattern is. So I think I no, I actually do see it over there. Because my room is a mess, everything is not where it usually is. And because it's usually controlled chaos, but right now it's just chaos. So I'm gonna go ahead, grab the pattern, grab the package, and we can get something started, hopefully. I don't suspect that we'll finish the bear on this live just because I don't know how much time I have, but I'll get started. Hey, Mitzi. Uh, it's okay, y'all. I'm so used to dropping stuff. I just get so pissed off whenever I know it could have been avoided because, for one, I never would have had that jar balancing. And for two, I would have closed the jar. So I'm gonna try to cool off before hubby gets home so I don't go off on him. But not all I could smell is chili oil because it got on my pants and I tried cleaning off. I'll have to throw away this little outfit. It's one kind of like what I had on yesterday. I have to throw it away because if I doubt the oil will come out. Anyway, let me grab the pattern. All right. Got the pattern. So, hey, Jeanette. Yes, I'm here to de-stress. Oh Lord. Okay. So a lot of y'all know, if y'all don't know, I do sell memory bears on Etsy. So people will purchase the listing, they'll send me their loved one's clothes. It's usually either someone who's passed on or a baby who has been born. And then I take the clothes and make a memory bear. So I have an order for one that I need to get done. And this is the package. I haven't even opened it to see what is going on with it. Let's see. All right, she wrote a little note. Okay. She's very thorough. She put her order number on the little note, which is helpful, but I do know. All right. And I also told her if she didn't have enough fabric, I would have to supplement, and I'm probably gonna have to use some of my fabric. I can smell their house washing powder or whatever it is. Um so this is the shirt that she wants a bear out of. And this is gonna be tough because I didn't know the shirt was gonna be a shirt like this. And it's not the customer's fault, of course, but a lot of customers don't understand that the bear can't just be made out of anything. Like, it can be made out of any type of fabric, but I can't keep the image completely like this. I have to I have to cut pattern pieces, and the front of the bear is not this wide or that long. So I don't know. I don't know what it is that she's going to want me to do. But I'm just realizing what's on here, and it's the perfect timing, y'all. It's a girl in her camper and a dog. I don't have a dog, but I'm a girl in her camper. It's a beautiful thing. I don't wash them, Jeanette. I can tell it's clean. It smells very clean. It smells very clean. But I don't wash any memory clothes, because if it's, especially if it's a person who's passed on, I want that scent to stay on it for the family. So I do not wash any of the stuff that comes. I've never received anything dirty. Stains, yes, because some of these clothes are clothes that their loved ones really loved and adored, but I will not wash their clothes. Um, Hi, I just got the pattern for the bear. Which pattern did you get, Miss JB? Oh, my pants, Jeanette. Yeah, I'm gonna wash it and see what happens. But being that it was oil and the oil was red because it was chili oil, I'm sure a mark will still be there. This will probably just have to be an around the house get up, or run to the store real quick. You okay? I get what you're saying now. All right, y'all. So what I do when I get the clothes is I have to break it down. I have to cut it up. Um, so with shirts, and generally I really don't get a lot of t-shirts to do memory bears out of. Usually it will be button down shirts. Usually, honestly, it's older people's clothes, so it's usually like button ups or little blouses or something. So what I'll do is I like to cut where the seams are, because I like to keep the fabric as whole as possible. So I could put as big of the pattern pieces as I can on there. So how the shirt has a seam under the arm, I'll cut that, and then I'll cut around the sleeve, just so that I can have one big flap of fabric. So I'll do that first. And then this t-shirt does not have a seam down the side, but I'll cut one, probably either down the side or down the back. So I could have one big sheet of fabric. So like I'll just cut along that seam. Funky Friends Factory Melody Memory Bear. Okay. I've been thinking about doing my own bear pattern, but I don't know. When would I have time to figure that out? All right, so I cut that seam. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cut around. I know this is not the best view, but honestly, I was gonna set up y'all having a downward view and a face view, but um I didn't have time. And then I dropped the chili oil, so I was like really running. Um and right before that, I just got out of a Zoom call, and I went run downstairs to fix me some lunch to come up here and do this, and then I dropped the chili oil. So there's that. All right. And I do have some updates to give y'all on this RV situation. It's just getting crazier and crazier, but I'll let y'all know in a minute. All right. So once you cut the whole sleeve off, it looks like this. And I'll be able to fit some one or two of the pattern pieces on that. But I'll have to stabilize all of this. I'll have to interface it. So right now I'm just cutting it. Our next step is to fuse some interfacing on it, because this would be a pain to cut, y'all. A pain to cut, a pain to deal with for the bear pattern. It needs some stability. And plus, when you stuff the bear, you don't want the bear to be all wonky because the fabric is stretchy. You want it to be, um, you know, somewhat stiff, not really stiff, which this person asked me to not stuff it a lot so that it can be squishy. So we'll do that for them. Soak first. Okay. I should have put some Dawn soap on it, huh? Before it all dried up. It's not. I washed it off with some soap, but I should have let it sit with some Dawn. Maybe I'll do that. Cause this outfit, this little jumper is kind of old. Y'all probably saw it a lot last summer, but it's so comfortable. This one and the one I had on yesterday. The one I had on yesterday is way even more comfortable than this one. But they're so comfortable. I just, if I can find some more just like them, I got these from Old Navy. I'll buy more. Um, hey Rebecca. All right. So I got another sleeve. Yo, and I'm so hungry. So I am about to eat. All right. So the other sleeve. So now we have a sleeveless shirt. And then I'm going to cut along the shoulder seam. A lot of times, because the customers don't really understand how the bear is made, I have to get super creative because, they don't understand. So what I'll probably have to do with this is figure out the best way, the best way, which I've gotten other things with front images. I hate when I have to do that, but because the front part of the bear is, there's a seam down the center, so it's two pieces. And I really had to create my own little pattern piece to make it one piece for situations like this, but it's still going to cut off some of the edge. I know it will be. Okay, I'm here and ready. I just got home. Okay, I see you switch your account. It's okay to take a deep breath. We love our cotton cuts ambassador. Oh, thank you, Mitzi. All right. So what I'm gonna do is down the side. There's no seam to cut on, but I'm just gonna cut down the side, so that I have one big old piece of fabric, and that way it'll be easy. All right. Now we just have one huge flap of fabric. I need to get my interfacing, and then we'll interface all these pieces. And my room is a mess, y'all, so I'll be like moving things around so I can get to it. So bear with me. And I don't all the way know where my interfacing is. I saw some the yesterday, and I don't know what I did with it. And why do I have a Walmart receipt right here? I hope it's nothing that I need. I'm throwing it away. Hey, Sharon. All right, y'all. Before I get started on that, I will take a deep breath, eat my lunch, and tell y'all about the RV situation. And then we'll start interfacing. Yes, it is getting hot out there. Rebecca, you missed it. Right before I got on live, I dropped chili oil all over the floor, my pants, everything. All right, what did I do with that interfacing? Cam, do you have some sanitizer? All right, y'all, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to wash my hands because I just touched all that stuff, all the clothing that came in the mail, other people germs. Let me wash my hands so I can eat. I'll literally take 2 seconds. It was supposed to be a high of 90 today, but it's already 93 now. For those that don't know, the hottest time of the day here is around 5 p.m. and it's only going to get higher. Yes. Oh. Chicken breast. Oh. You get anything special? Oh. Oh. I'm hungry. They still have some pork. They got pork steaks and carrots in the refrigerator. Warm your piece. Mm. And if you're coming to the RV later, get yourself dressed. Why are you going? Did I just fall into my chair? Why are you going? Huh? Why are you going? We gotta go figure out the stuff. What stuff? Okay, Cameron. If you're coming, come. If you're not coming, come. I'm not. I'm on live. It depends on. Okay, I'll explain to you later. I'm on live. All right, y'all. I really need to center myself. Okay. So lunch today is these chicken wraps that I make, which is my quick meal. The Real Good chicken strips. Real Good is the brand. They're lightly breaded, so they don't have as much carbs. Put that in the air fryer. A little carb-free tortilla by Mission. Love them. With a little Chick-fil-A sauce and some lettuce. I don't know why it's my go-to, but it's my go-to quick meal. Hey, Katie. Bring the heat here. I live in Washington. It's only 70. 70 is like perfect. All right, y'all. As much as I don't like to eat on camera, I need to eat something. And I'm going to tell y'all what's been going on. I don't even have a napkin. What's been going on with the RV. So yesterday, if y'all were in my live yesterday, I got off a live when hubby got home. No. Okay, I was on live twice yesterday. Oh my goodness. So the first time I got off alive because hubby wanted to go to the RV park when he got home so we can do paperwork. Got off, went to do some paperwork, checked in, did all that. The guy who was transporting our RV wasn't going to make it until the park was closed, so we needed to get the paperwork done. He calls us, tells us what time. So if y'all remember when I was on live last night, I got off so that we can go meet the guy to get the RV. So we went out there. He hadn't called to say he was almost there yet, but we went out there because we just knew what time about he was going to be. And then when we were on our way, he called and said he was stuck in Austin traffic. So it was like, whatever. We understand. There was an accident or something. So we waited for him at the RV resort. And he got there. We were so excited, videoing everything. We're so excited about it. He unhooked us. And then the first thing was, he says, "Oh, I do you have Zelle or I only take cash?" Generally, I do have Zelle, but for some reason our bank switched apps or something, and the Zelle does not work anymore, or something happened. Zelle doesn't work for me anymore. It will not connect to my bank. It acts like it doesn't even know who my bank is. So I couldn't Zelle him. So he was like, he didn't have any other way to, he wasn't old, but he was an older guy. And he probably just doesn't do Venmo and Cash App and all those things. So he was like, cash or Zelle. So I'm like, okay, gotta go get cash. Don't know why we didn't think about this beforehand. I'm Googling where's the nearest bank. And then the guy is not going to just let us all leave and just never come back with his money. So Joseph stays behind. I go out to get the cash. Um, I follow the GPS to go to the bank. Pull up. It's a high school. So apparently the high school probably has a credit union inside, and it came up on the GPS. So obviously I couldn't go in there. It's 9 o'clock at night at this point. Actually, it's closer to 10. So I'm like, okay, put in another one. Headed out to that one. It's a hotel. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have Googled ATMs. I should have Googled banks. And there was a lot of people hanging out around the hotel. So I was like, I had Cameron in the car. Kamani stayed back with Joseph. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get down at the hotel. So we saw a 7-Eleven on the way. So I backtracked, went to the 7-Eleven, took out the money there. That was fine, good and fine. But meanwhile, Joseph is calling me, hubby is calling me, and he's saying the keys are locked in the camper. They can't get in. And I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, what are we going to do? But I'm thinking they're going to figure it out. So I get the cash, go back out there. The man takes his money. He leaves because, that's all he's here for. But we're locked out of the camper. Um, when we did our walkthrough with the camper, um, when we did our walkthrough, the guy who did our walkthrough, he showed us that our keys were zip tied to the faucet. And he asked us, y'all want to cut the keys off and take the keys with y'all, or do y'all want to leave them on here? Being that we were having the RV transported, we figured leave the keys with the RV. Well, that was a mistake because they took the master key and they locked the doors before he left with it, and our keys were locked inside. Now, granted, most RVs keys are interchangeable, but we don't know anybody. And so last night we started Googling ways to pick the lock, how to get in the lock or whatever. Hold on. Mm-mm. I need a napkin. Mm-mm. But then I remembered that I had roadside assistance on our insurance. So this morning, Joseph called roadside assistance and he scheduled with them. And then, so he called me telling me he had to meet up with the guy, the locksmith. Well, he calls me back a couple of hours later. The guy just didn't show up. And then he's at work. He took a break off of work to go do this. He has appointments that he has to get back for. So he calls them and he's like, this guy never showed up. And they're like, oh, he's 20 minutes away. And he's like, well, I can't wait 20 minutes. I have to be back at work. So he canceled the appointment with the locksmith so he can make it back to work. And that's where we are now. And so hopefully I'm not making too many eating noises. But that's where we are now. We're still locked out. Hubby's frustrated with the locksmith. So he wants to just break in. I'm like, we can maybe find someone in the park who has a key that might work for our door, and maybe that'll work. I don't know. Jessica, the master is their master for all the RVs on site because RV keys are pretty much universal. That's why when you get your RV, one of the first things you need to do is change your locks, which that's our intention, but we can't even get in because RV, like my RV key can probably open a lot of the RVs on the lot. So they have like the key that opens all the RVs on the lot. Okay, I'm gonna get your mama a napkin. I think Cameron went downstairs. So I don't know. Joseph did call the dealership. He didn't tell me what they said though. But I know he contacted our saleswoman. I don't know. Cam, can you go in my room and give me a napkin out of my little snack bin? Yeah, so that's where we are right now. Hubby wants to just break the lock. I want to pick the lock without breaking it. And but I told him ask around first if someone has a key that they can try for us. I don't know. I'm gonna have to right now hubby's frustrated, so he went back to work. I told him just don't worry about anything till you get off. It's not it's not an emergency. Like we're not living in there now, so it's not emergency that we get in at this very second. So I told him go back to work. We'll figure it out when he gets off. Like let us have clear minds whenever we deal with this. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me get my napkin. Hmm? Thank you. Here, take this one. Thank you. You're welcome. All right. Yeah, it's not 911. You'll get it open. Yeah, it'll get open. I just don't like because we're replacing it. Hubby's like, oh, we'll just break it, but I don't want to break anything that will cost us extra to replace besides just the lock. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right, I'll save this one for a little bit later. Oh, the trash man is here. All right. Interfacing. That's what I was looking for, right? I think it's over there. Mm, or over here. Is this? All right, this is interfacing that I got from the craft thrift. We can use this. So I don't even know what kind this is, but it feels good enough. Usually I use featherweight featherweight fusible is the word I was trying to look for. What is this? I don't know the number. I don't know what this is. How are you supposed to know? Either way. They don't say exactly which one this is, but I just look for a lightweight fusible interfacing just to take the stretch away. No, the little trash men doing their job. Sorry, eyes itch. All right, let's get this party started. And I'm not very precise. Let's see if I can put y'all where y'all can kind of see. It's a mess in here. Put this down. Get my cup out of your way. Don't pay attention to my mess. Pay attention to me. Uh, it should say it on the label. If you don't see it, then it's probably cut off. It must be cut off. I don't know. It's a big piece of label. I'm just probably missing it. I don't know. It got instructions. I don't know. I don't need it because I know by the feel that it's what it feels a little bit heavier than featherweight, but it's good enough. It's good. It's good. It doesn't need to be anything particular. Get my iron heated up. We've got the same mess. I'm sure everybody, but y'all mess is not on camera. Oh, I can at least like move some of these things um out of the way. Oh, I need my scissors, don't I? All right. I'm gonna do the little arm pieces first. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not precise about this. I just cut a piece, iron it. If I need another little sliver, I'll cut that because it doesn't matter. This is all on the inside. The whole point is just to take away the stretch. And just be sure you don't fuse to your iron or to your ironing surface, because I've done that a few times. So if you never work with interfacing, fusible interfacing, there's like a bumpy side and a smooth side. The bumpy side is the glue. So you want to always make sure that's touching the fabric that you want it to adhere to and not facing up, because you will have glue all over your iron, and I've done it before. So just be careful not to do that. Let's see if I can bring y'all in better than this. I just have so much stuff from the gym boxes everywhere. I need this. I'll put that over there. Let's see. All right. Sorry. Hopefully I give no one motion sickness. Let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope that I can do this like a responsible adult that I am not. All right. All right. I don't know if this is going to do any justice. Oh, now y'all can really see my mess, right? All my little sequins that done fell and I didn't bother to pick up. Stickers and all kind of randomness. All right. So I cut the fusible to size. It doesn't really look messy though. Oh, it is. All right. And then you just hold it on there. In sections. And you'll know when it fuses. Like, you'll see. The little dots that you can see. I mean, y'all can't see it, but you could see the little glue dots. And then once it fuses, the dots kind of melt in, so you don't see those little dots as much anymore. And because I'm sewing this as well in pieces, if I have little bubbles of interfacing that hasn't adhered completely, it usually is not a big deal at all. Like, it's gonna all be inside the bear. All right. And then this is what it's like, and it just has way more structure and way less stretch. Makes it so easy to cut and so easy to sew. Just giving it another pass because it felt a little. All right. And let's do the other arm. If you're here, don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. Don't forget to hit the like button. All right, so this is how I usually do because I don't like to waste. I'll take my little scraps and just piece it on there whatever kind of way because it doesn't matter. Um, Even if I overlap, whatever. I'm just showing y'all the way I do it. Um, I'm sure different people do things differently, have different tutorials out there. And Cameron is gaming again, y'all. So if y'all hear her, I apologize. Being that all this stuff is going on with moving out in the RV, we haven't really been doing a whole lot of school stuff. So she's been having more time for this gaming. So we have to hear it. I told them I'm going to let y'all not focus on school because of everything that's going on. But once we get into the RV, they have to give me a little school time, even though the summer has begun. Because I wanted them to do some end of the year projects, but we just cannot focus on that right now. So they'll do it when we get in the RV. Alrighty. And see, I'm gonna show y'all, it's all janky, but it doesn't matter. It's just all on the inside. See, all the little pieces. None of that matters. As long as you're preventing it to be stretchy. And you can see how stiff it is. All right, now we got the big body piece. I'm gonna do it in sections. Y'all know I don't like lotion, but my fingers are um like the skin is peeling on my thumb and it's catching on this and it's annoying. So I really do need to get some lotion on my hands. So what are y'all up to this week? What's going on? What are y'all up to? What are y'all doing? What are y'all working on or not working on? What's the vibe out there? Let me know. Cause my vibe is I'm tired. I am tired. All right. All right. Hey Helen, I'm going camping this weekend, so no sewing for me. Awesome. Are y'all tent camping? RV camping. What are y'all doing? Cabin camping. Working on two quilts. Y'all hear Cameron? On the table, binding three quilts for my mom. Awesome. All for your mom? Or binding her quilts that she quilted, that she made. Do y'all hear Cameron? Oh my gosh. So, RV camping with some friends in the North Carolina mountains. Ooh. Reorganizing my cross stitch supplies today. Oh, I love a good organization session. Hey, Janice. I'm glam camping. I love it. Binding her quilts for her. Okay. That's one thing that my mom does not sew. She's like very crafty as well, but she took on more of interior decorating type thing and fashion. She loves like fashion. But and I'm more of a artsy arts and craft type of person. Resting after a long day at work. Ooh, get your rest, girl. Get your rest. Y- Yo, Cameron is so loud. You think this makes sense? It doesn't. It does not make sense at all to be that loud. She is extra, and then she's gonna come out of there and act like she doesn't even know how to talk. I wish my daughters would do that for me, buying your quilts. I should. That's what I should teach my kids. I like binding my own quilts, but I should teach them how to sandwich, maybe cut. These scissors are horrible. I got another pair. Oh, much better. Maybe, maybe not. Uh, yeah, much better. Oh, she pays you, Jessica? Yep, I'll pay them too. So, y'all, in the midst of all of this that's going on, Kamani has her dance recital. And if y'all ever been a dance mom, or if you're a dance mom, you know that it's not just as simple as bringing her to the dance recital. It's a whole production. We have to do pictures on Monday, dress rehearsal in full attire on, I think, the 29th. And then the actual recital is on the 1st. We literally have to be in out of this house on the 31st. So it's gonna be so hectic. Me and hubby were talking about how everything is in May, like everything. Um, Friday she has her end of choir party. Saturday is uh Cam and Kamani have their Girl Scout end of the year party, which wouldn't be a big deal, but because I'm a leader, I'm helping to plan the party. So I'm in the midst of doing all of that. And um then we have to worry about dance recital. Everything is in May at the end of the school year, I guess. But oh, and Monday we have dance pictures, which means she has to get all dressed up as if it's the recital to take the photos. Then for dress rehearsal, she has to get all dressed up as if it's the recital. And then for the recital, of course, all dressed up. So this is going to be so much chaos. My daughter was a dancer too. I always help with recital time, very involved. It One thing I could not do was be a stage mom this year. Luckily, um, I don't have to be a stage mom to go in the back and help her get dressed and all. But also, luckily, we formed some good relationships with the moms and the girls in her class. We joined a co-op, and we all know each other outside of just dancing. Most of them are in choir as well. So the stage moms know to take care of Kamani. They know her personally. If she's not going to be afraid to go and ask them if she needs help with something. Because Kamani can be even though she loves being the center of attention, she can also be very shy. It was a lot of work for me. I don't know how the teacher did it. Right. We had a meeting in dancing this morning because Kamani has dancing on Wednesdays. And the teacher asked all the parents to come in for just like, a little informational meeting. And we definitely gave her flowers, let her know, like, you're amazing. Don't know how you're doing this. Because she's not on. Kamani's teacher is also the owner of the studio. And it's a pretty big studio. There's 6 recitals um, that have to happen within 3 days or 2 days. I think 2 days. And I think 6 recitals, 6 or 8. I don't know. But it's a lot. It's too much. And we're definitely like, I don't know how you do it. Thank you. Because they are super organized. Um, so they've thought of everything. I guess, she knows the routine. She's been a dancer all her life. She's been an instructor for years, owned her studio for years. So she's thought of everything. We don't have to, like, everything is laid out. All questions are answered beforehand. The girls have been going to this dance school for a few years. So we know the routine. The routine is easy as far as um recital. Fortunately, the recital were only every other year. The teacher felt like there was too much attention taken away from learning during recital times. I can see that. I can see that. I don't know if Kamani would like not having a recital every year because she loves being on the stage, but it would make life easier and cheaper because recital is not cheap. The you got to pay for the costumes, recital fees, and then pictures, pictures, programs, t-shirts. I didn't get a t-shirt. I know she's gonna be mad at me because I did not order a t-shirt. Everything. So many costs. And like I said, like she's not even at one of the super, super expensive schools. It's just not cheap. It's just not cheap. And then she has 3 costumes, so has to pay for all that. And then last year she had 4 costumes. Oh my gosh, it's a lot. But and then Cameron used to go to the same school. So one year we had to do it for both of them. But that was during COVID, and after COVID, Cameron didn't want to go back to dancing. They actually did their recital on Zoom that year, but she didn't want to go back, which was fine. Like, I'm not gonna pay for you to do something you don't want to do. I was happy when my daughter got into those more advanced classes because they recycled the costumes to help the cost. Oh, that would be cool. Which this year, the way the costumes, and I don't know if the teacher purposely did this to cut costs, but their jazz costume, they're doing Kim Possible. So their jazz costume is like a little Kim Possible outfit, which is so cute. But their ballet and tap costumes are the same. They just changed the skirts. So like the leotard is the same. So that costs on us having to buy um two costumes, three different costumes. Instead, we bought two different costumes and an extra skirt. So it saved on the price. I think it did at least. And then aside from costumes, you got to pay the recital fee, which I understand they have to pay for that building. But it's just a lot. Oh, my iron is getting a bit hot. Uh, yeah. All right, y'all. We almost done with interfacing. It's literally my least favorite part, just because it takes so much time and it's boring. I'm gonna have to get my pattern piece and see. I wonder if I can do it now and see if I can fit this whole image. I doubt it. I seriously doubt it. Okay, so this is my little makeshift pattern piece that I made for the times when I have to cut one whole piece for the front because of an image like this. But what I did was, it's all wrinkly dankly. I've been making memory bears for years and I've been using this same little thing. But it's basically two pieces that I taped. And then I kind of gotta like stretch it out and makeshift. I don't know. It works out. I might be able to fit almost the whole image. The only thing that bothers me is that there's words on that image, and I'm sure they don't want to cut the words off, but it's like, I don't know if I could do it without cutting the words off. The bear's just gonna have to have a big belly. Instead of recital fees, we had to sell ad space in the program. Oh yeah. Luckily I know that some dance schools, like, they're required to sell a certain amount of ad space or at least one ad space. Luckily, they don't make us do that, but they do offer it as an option. And also you can buy the space to tell them congratulations. I missed the deadline, so we didn't do that. Just like I missed the deadline. They have a lot of fundraisers for the academy kids, which is like the competition dancers. So one of the fundraisers is you can order flower bouquets or candy bouquets for the recital to give to the girls. And I always get um some, and Lord, my train of thought, Lord. I always get some every year. And I forgot. I missed the deadline this year. I remembered last night and the deadline was Monday. So I'll have to get some at the grocery store or somewhere. But it won't be to support the academy girls. All right. Uh, it cuts down on the cost to the parents, which I like. I don't like having to sell, but I'll do that over higher side of cost. Yeah, I feel that. All right, we're almost done, y'all. Almost. Just have this little top part. Mhm. I love when I get shirts that already are not stretchy, so I don't have to worry about this. But it's part of it. Oh, kiddos are getting off the school bus. Alrighty. Now don't forget, hit that like button. And also, like Rebecca always reminds y'all, change your chat from live chat to all chat or no, no. I'm messing it up, Rebecca. Change your chat from top chat to all chat or live chat, whichever option you have, so that you don't miss any of the comments in the comment section. All right. One more little piece, and I think we're good. If I need to patch any pieces up later, I'll do that. All righty. We got it all done. All right. Yes, and hit that like button. You're just thinking that you need to say that. All right. I'm gonna show y'all my pattern pieces, and then we'll get to cutting, or actually I trace all of my pattern pieces before I cut anything, because unlike regular fabric, this fabric cannot be replaced. So I like to make sure I have it all placed out before I start cutting. All right. I don't know what I did with that. Okay, but here are my pattern pieces. So my bear pattern that I use, I bought off of Etsy years and years ago, but it is the same pattern. Um, is it a butterick pattern? I don't know. You could get the pattern in Walmart. It's an old pattern, not butterick. Who are the pattern peoples? What's the most common pattern maker? Because now I can't think of the name. Are you still going to offer the memory bears while you're in over RV? Yeah, I don't get a whole lot of memory bear orders. Usually around the holidays is when I get a bunch, but throughout the year it's usually really slow. But around Christmas time I'll get a lot, and by then we'll be settled. Unless we're traveling, then I turn off my shop altogether. But yeah, I can't think of the name of the pattern people because they have the pattern. Simplicity. There you go. Thank you, Jeanette. So Simplicity sells the bear pattern. I don't remember the name of the number of the pattern, but it's this is the same pattern. The lady who sold this on Etsy, I'm pretty sure she took that pattern, traced it, and sold it because it's the exact same pattern. And her pattern was kind of janky, and you could tell she wrote it with a marker and then scanned it. So, but it works. Can't falter there. And then what I did was I printed all the pieces out, and because I sell the bears, what I did was, the sun is shining straight through, was I put it on the little chopping boards from Dollar Tree, the flexible chopping boards from Dollar Tree. I traced them all on there and wrote everything I need, cut it out. And then I've been using these for years. I don't have to worry about replacing the pattern, reprinting the pattern or anything like that. 8716 is the number. Simplicity 8716. If and it's the same pattern, y'all. It's so simple. This is like in my opinion, such an easy pattern. It's actually what I started sewing before quilting. Oops, I'm calling Kamani on accident. Was she calling me? Hold on, y'all. She did call me. Let's see what Kamani wants. But yeah, I started sewing memory bears before I started quilting, or around the same time. It was probably all around the same time whenever I started using my aunt's sewing machine. Oh, I forgot that you were live. Yeah, what you need, booby? I was wondering, what snack can I eat? And my nails were a total fail. It was a waste of time. Oh, well, they have little bags of popcorn in there. Eat you some popcorn. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna find me something to eat. All right. Bye. Love you. I'm not eating a snack anymore because I don't like them. I say bye. Bye. Okay. Jeanette, you just send me a picture of it. Let's see. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna show y'all. Anyway, I think it's and I like to adapt um the pattern to whatever I'm working on. Like sometimes the clothing might have something on it that I want to highlight. So I'll adapt the pattern. I'll put buttons, Um you can really do what you want with it. Make it your own. Before I started like making the bears for people, I was oh no, this is not the one. This is a bear pattern, but this is not the one I use, Jeanette. The one I use, I think it's kind of hard to find these days. I don't know. I have to find it. But this is one. It's just not the same one that I use. The feet on this bear it's a little different. I might try this one. Uh but anyway, I forgot where I was going with my thought, so it wasn't that important, I'm sure. Let's see if I can find it. Um oh, this is the pattern. This is, I think they must have redid the pattern because this is not what it used to look like. But this is what the bear looks like in the end. But this is C5461. What are you seeing? CS9360. Let me look for that one. Simplicity CS9360. No, it's not that one either. It's closer to the one that I showed, the other one that I showed you. Oh, look, Walmart sells the template. There's something don't look right with this template though. But Walmart sells the template so that, and it's on clearance for $5. What is it? All the bears don't look the same, so how is this the template? I don't know. But anyway, That's weird. And it has a 1-star review. What are people saying about it? Way smaller than predicted. Yeah, the 5461 is the okay, this is the pattern that I always remembered it looking like. Look, somebody on Etsy is how do they are they selling the pattern, or are they what are they selling? I don't know how this is legal, but this is what the old pattern looked like. On Etsy, they're selling it as if it was free use, but I know that cannot be legal. It says Simplicity A2115 pattern. They maybe they don't make that one anymore, but how are they just reproducing it? That cannot be legal. A lot of people are doing it. That's so weird. I don't know. Whatever. However they making their money. Get your money, girl, I guess. All right, y'all. Let's start um cutting pieces. So generally what I do is when I have pieces that are smaller, I try to see what is the biggest piece that I could fit on the smaller pieces, because things like the ears, I know I can just fit in little corners of the fabric. It's kind of like a puzzle. You gotta puzzle it. You gotta puzzle it out. Let's see if I can get y'all where you can see without me having to put y'all. I could put y'all on the mount. Okay, I'm gonna put y'all on the mount, but I'm gonna turn the camera off so that y'all don't get motion sickness while I do that. But let me pull up the screen on my computer so I can see what's going on. Um, with the same pattern, yeah, they're just looks like they printed out the pattern, like they have a copy of the old pattern and they're just reproducing it and selling it. I don't know how that works. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. I messed some stuff up. So y'all give me a second. I messed some stuff up. Okay. Let me troubleshoot. Well, now I know what I'm doing. Let me just get it together. Fix my mount so y'all can see what I'm doing. And y'all can hear Cameron screaming. All right, y'all, give me a second. I gotta figure out how to put the camera facing the right way. All right. Y'all talk amongst yourself. I'll be back. I'm figuring it out. All right. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Okay. Can y'all still hear me? Because I switched the mics. If y'all can't, I'm sure y'all will let me know. And now y'all get to see the mess that is my desk. Let's see, I'm gonna move y'all a little bit this way. Okay, cool. Get my cookies out the way so y'all don't see my snackies. All right. What is this? Oh, that's my cup. I don't know what this is. All right. So let me find a pin. Got a friction pin. All right. Like I said, I take my smallest cuts of fabric or clothing and I try to fit my biggest pieces on there, which I know my front um will be the graphic. So I'm not going to use my front. And what I usually do is once I finish trace a piece, I'll move it to the opposite side. That way, once I don't have any more pieces right here, I know that I've traced all my pieces. This I know will be the body of the bear, the front body of the bear. So let's see. And the thing that takes up the most fabric, like you'll think you have enough clothing, but these little leg pieces, you need two of them one way and two of them the other way. So they take up a lot of your fabric. Same with the arms. But the arms you could kind of maneuver better into little corners. Let's see if we could fit a body back. The back is what takes all the space, y'all. But I could fit a body back. So that's going to work good. All right. And then I just take, and sometimes I don't even use a friction pen. Sometimes I use a marker because this is all on the inside and it'll be lost in your seam allowance for one, and for two it's on the inside, so no one will ever see it. Long as you don't pick something like a Sharpie that'll bleed to the other side of the fabric, then you're good. Oop. And what I like about, and I don't know if this is with all bear patterns, you know, this is the only one that I've ever used. But what I like about this pattern is it's so forgiving that, like, if you're a little off on your cut or if you're off on um your sewing, you will never know. All right, so I need 2 body backs. You got to flip it over. Hey, Melissa. Before I discovered friction pens, I would use washable markers. And they work good. They would bleed a lot on my fingers, though. But other than that, they worked well. All right. So we got the 2 backs. What else can we fit on here? We cannot fit a leg. We cannot fit the head back. The head center, can we fit on here? I think we can. And because it's a solid shirt, I don't have to worry about directions. Because that's another thing. If there's a pattern on the fabric that's directional, you gotta worry about that. But this is solid. So the only thing I have to worry about is that front body. That's gonna be the death of me. All right. So this part is this. I want to make a memory bear out of some of my son's shirts. It's not hard, Melissa, especially if you already sew. It's not hard. I learned how to do this before I knew how to really sew, and it wasn't hard for me. So if I would have already knew the ins and outs of sewing, it would have been even easier. All right, let's see. Can this fit? No. I think the only thing I can fit now is either the bottoms of the feet or the ear. I can do a foot bottom right here. I'm sure I'll have to do a part 2 to this though, because I know I'm not gonna finish it today. When I'm tracing, okay, like how the fabric has this seam, like I wouldn't want this seam on the actual bear, but because I know my seam allowance is gonna get caught up in it, then I'm not too worried that it's part of my cut. I just know that when I sew it, I'll let it all go into the seam allowance. And then I need another foot, but I can't fit it on here. Another sole. But I can fit 2 ears. We need 4, but I could fit 2. Oh, maybe I can't fit 2. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. Y'all, I'm still smelling chili oil. As much as I love chili oil, I don't want to smell it on me. All right. All right, that's all we can fit on these. So I'll put it on the side and get our big body piece. And being that we got our back pieces on those smaller pieces, that is going to make, there's actually probably going to be enough fabric because I thought I would have to supplement but I'm thinking I won't. Is this the back? Yeah. All right. I hope I don't. Let's get some feet in there. Some legs, should I say. Uh, so we need two facing one way and two facing the other. So usually what I do is I try to puzzle it in a way to make sure I have room to fit everything. All right, and then usually what I do is I just flip it upside down so that they can kind of nest with each other a little bit, even though I did that one kind of crooked. The first one kind of crooked, so. All right. Put all my pieces I've done on this side. All right, and now let's get our other foot, our other leg slash foot. And when I make my little memory bears, I love like adding a little element to it. Like I said, I do buttons or bows. Um, it depends on if I have backstory. Like some people, when they order the bear, we talk a little bit back and forth, and I'll have a backstory. If I have backstory, then I feel somewhat of a connection, and then I'm able to kind of know what kind of extra I can put on the bear. And like I did bears for someone, and it was, I don't know if it was their grandparents or their parents, but I mean I was making two bears. One out of the mom or grandma's clothes. I'm gonna say grandma. I think it was grandma. One out of the grandma's clothes and one out of the grandpa's clothes. Well, she said that the grandma passed away after her husband, and she would like to wear his shirt whenever after he passed away. So when I made the bear out of the grandmother's clothes, I took a piece of her husband's clothes and used it on that bear. Like I put a little heart, a little aspect on it, just to symbolize that she always wore that shirt. That's what it was the same shirt that she always wore after he passed away. And because I had the backstory, I knew to do that. Or I made a bear out of one a girl. It was out of the blanket that she had when she was born. Um, I think it was the blanket, and then the scrubs that her dad wore whenever he first held her. I was making a bear out of all of that. So because she was a daddy's girl, I um I made a heart out of his piece of clothing and attached it to the bear, but it was like removable. They could put it on or off. All right, let's see. We have our legsies. Now we need some arms. We need 4 arms. Let me do it the way they actually are facing so I don't get turned around. Once again, I try to nest them to get them close together so I can maximize all the fabric that I have. This person didn't really give me any backstory, so I don't know who the shirt was for, um, if they're still alive or not. That I don't know. So, all right, let's get the other arm piece. I think I'll just do it like this. Arm piece up here. I didn't iron this good. Where's my phone? I hear it vibrating. But where did I put it? Oh, it's behind y'all. Okay. All right, so we got the arms. What size is this shirt? It's only a medium and it's enough fabric. It's when they send the baby clothes. Oh my gosh. I really have to finagle the little pieces to try to get everything to fit, because a lot of times people want a bear made out of the baby onesies, and I guess if you don't sew, you don't understand seam allowance, pattern pieces. So they see a bear and it looks like a onesie, and they're thinking, "Oh, I can just send a onesie and get a bear." But I have to always tell my customers ahead, like, you have to send a onesie and something else, either another piece of clothing or a this is the back of the head. Either another piece of clothing or a baby blanket or something, because that onesie is not going to make a whole bear. Like, the bear needs a head. The bear needs feet, hands. Like, the onesie cannot be the whole bear. And usually when I do onesies, I'll use the blanket or the other clothing as like the back, the ears, the bottoms of the feet, and all the places where when you look at the bear from the front, it still looks like a onesie. All right, but I have more than enough fabric with this one. If I knew more about who this was for, maybe I could have made a little heart plushie or something. I guess I could still do that. I don't really have time for anything extra though. All right, we need another foot sole. Hey, Renee. What's up? What's up? Are y'all still hearing me good? Don't forget to change your chat from top to all or live. Yes. Do what Rebecca said and hit that like button. I much rather, whenever I make a bear out of two different fabrics, I like a contrasting fabric. I like when they send two shirts or something, so I can mix and match and have different little pieces. But it's not my choice, it's their choice. All right, got the ears done. I couldn't figure out the memory bear. It's not hard, Renee, but I'm trying to think of the name. There is a YouTuber who does like an actual tutorial on this bear. I can't think of her name. I could see her face. I can hear her voice, but I can't think of what her name is to her channel. And I haven't watched her videos in a long time, so it's not like somebody I see often. I don't even know if she makes videos anymore. All right, so this piece here is for the sides of the head. So we need two of those, one backwards, one forwards. And then I'm going to cut all of this out before I stress myself out about that darn front piece. I'm going to stress myself out about that after I get all of these pieces cut. I don't want to have nothing to do with that right now. Oh, I forgot. I need another side of this. Which side am I going to do? Where am I going to do it? Right here. Um, this pattern, we were just discussing it. This pattern I got off of Etsy like a long time ago, but it is the same as the Simplicity. What did we say? Um, eh, the Simplicity A2115, which I don't know if it's available anymore. It used to be available still at Walmart. It's hard to find, but people are selling the like they're selling it on Etsy, but also it was also Simplicity 5461. Also, I think it's all the same. I think the 5461 is an updated version. Yeah, if I can remember the name of the YouTuber, I'll let y'all know, because she goes into detail. Like, she has a seriously detailed tutorial. This is what I'm doing is not a tutorial. It's just a y'all hang out with me while I get this done type situation, because I need to get it done. All right, we're gonna start cutting, and I can't iron the little pieces or I'm gonna lose all my look how bad I ironed that. I'm gonna lose my markings since I use a friction pin. All right, what am I gonna cut this with? So I used to sit here and fussy cut all of this and be super precise, but because I've been doing this for so long, I know that I don't have to be precise. So I use a rotary cutter, and it's not super precise. And I like to use a smaller rotary cutter, but I gave my 28 millimeter to one of my students. I gave him one. I don't know. The other one I think is with my EPP stuff. But I gave him my other one because he didn't have one and he wanted to work on his project in this during the summer. Or his mom wanted him to work on it. I don't know if he's gonna actually work on it. He might. And then we have a little arm. We have a little arm. And when I first started doing this, all the little scraps I felt like I couldn't get rid of, because especially if it was a person who passed away. So I would literally bag all these little scraps up and send it back to the person. But I don't do that anymore. Because I really first of all, it adds extra weight to the shipping. And I don't think they really want this. I think they just want to know that their clothing just magically turned into a bear. Sometimes like, okay, this is soft, maybe I'll put it in the bear. But they want a really squishy bear and don't want a lot of stuffing, so I can't really hide it in the stuffing. So I probably won't do that. But I felt bad throwing it away whenever it was, someone who passed away. I was like, I don't want to throw away their clothes and end up with some bad juju. All right. Put that. Gina Tell makes a wonderful YouTube and pattern from memory. Is it Gina Tell? That might be the one. Let me go look now if that's the one that I'm thinking of. That name sounds familiar. It might not be though. No, this is not the one I was thinking about. But if she makes one that's useful, y'all go check her out. Let me see if I could find the one I was talking about. Oh, I found her. It's Whitney Sews. If you search Memory Bear on YouTube, she like the first one because she made her video 6 years ago. But she has a lot of tutorials. Yes, Rebecca, Whitney Sews. I just found it. And I if I would have just read your comment before I went looking. Yes, Whitney Sews. I haven't seen Gina Tell one. I haven't seen Gina Tell's one. Whatever. English. But the one from Whitney Sews, I know that she did a good job with it and that she uses this pattern. I don't know about the other one, but it also might help you decide which pattern you want to get if you watch different ones. We have another little leggy. Yo, I gotta put on lotion as much as I don't want to because my dry skin is catching onto this too much. But only a little bit. Not too much on it. Not too much. Not too much. Gotta stay a little ashy. With my tan. I don't have my watch on today. All right. Let's get to cutting more. Let's get this ear cut out. Now my hands feel slippery. I don't like it. Let's get this ear cut out. My hands are too slippery. Oh, thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca put the link in the comment section. Thank you so much. Today if that RV wouldn't have been, if we wouldn't be locked out, I was supposed to be there cleaning it, recording a walkthrough, a tour, and then, Cloroxing the hell out of it because that's how I roll. That's how mama taught me. When you move in somewhere, you Clorox everything. And that's one thing. The dealership was wonderful. They really were. They were wonderful. But they don't clean, like they don't deep clean these things because which I guess, they have so many in and out, but the stove was not to our liking at all. it was dirty on the inside, so I need to go in there and scrub, scrub, scrub. The oven part was dirty on the inside, and then the grate, the like the grates on the stove, the cast iron stuff that you sit your pot on, it was kind of like rusting. So like I'm trying to see if I can replace it. I don't know, I, I have to look around. I haven't even looked. I'm sure I can just look on Amazon. And then the only other thing that really caught my attention was that in the girls' room, there's like, little storage areas. And at the very bottom, we opened it up for the first time whenever we did our walkthrough. And there was like books and toys down there. So obviously nobody had ever opened that door. So I gotta go give it my stamp of approval with all my Clorox before we put anything in there. You can replace anything in the RV. Yeah. I just gotta find out where to buy it and which. I know it's the 3 burner, so I'm pretty sure they're mostly all the same. I think it's the brand is Furion. That's the brand I always see. So I'm thinking ours is the same. I hope it is. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Once we get in, I can go look. But as y'all know, we cannot get in there right now. How long have we been live? Almost 2 hours? Wow. I guess we're gonna work as until I'm tired of doing this. I know I'm not gonna be able to finish it all today. Well, maybe I will. Maybe I will. Cause it's really, I'm the type of person who I like to take a bunch of breaks when I'm doing things. I don't like to just push through and because I'll get tired and start making mistakes. So I like to take snacky breaks, TV breaks. All right, so we got all of that cut. Let's cut these. Ashy is not cute. Girl, stop complaining about smooth silver. No, I like my hands ashy. Y'all know I like my hands ashy. Don't do me that. I've had to force myself to take breaks. I'm not a break person and my body doesn't agree. Oh, I take my breaks. And even for me, a break is even like, okay, sometimes when I get into my creative element, I can be, in here for hours just doing stuff. But also, a break for me will be just sitting down. All of a sudden, now I'm on YouTube looking at other people do the same thing that I'm supposed to be doing, or mostly that's it. Or I'll stop to play a little round of a game on my phone, and then I find out that it's been like 30 minutes and I'm still playing the game. That's how I operate. So actually being on live keeps me on task because I'm not bored because I'm talking to y'all. And it really doesn't matter if y'all listening because I don't know if y'all are or not. And I'm keeping myself occupied by talking. Maybe I should just pretend like I'm on live whenever I'm working. I get bored easily. Got an arm. Oh, we're listening. Yo, I'm like the type of person that I talk too much a lot, especially like to hubby. He doesn't like care about a lot of stuff that I care about. So I find myself talking to him about a lot of stuff that he probably could care less about. And also whenever I have anxiety, I like word vomit. So a lot of times I just talk. And so when I'm on live and I'm talking, I can just talk and whoever listens, listens, whoever don't, don't. And then of course y'all are interested in things that hubby really don't care about. Like, um, I'm gonna iron this because this is gonna work my nerves. My iron not even hot anymore. Let's see. Is it? No. Let it get hot. Even though it only takes like 3 seconds. I want to cut my little bags. And then a lot of times I'm on live and I start talking to myself and I'm like, oh gosh. I'm talking under my breath, talking to myself. I know y'all think I'm crazy, and I am just a little bit. All right. I ironed it so it does not flap about. All right. Let's get back to cutting. Is it Friday yet? I really need today to be Friday. Girl, no. And I'm not ready for the weekend. I have too much to do before the weekend. I have too much to do. For the Girl Scout party, I somehow volunteered myself to see about the balloon situation, which I figured that would be the easiest thing for me to help with because I know I can go to Dollar Tree and just have them blow up some balloons as long as they have helium because they're always running out of helium. No, your foot. When when do you PCS? What's PCS? That's because it's cheap to get balloons. Yeah. And then graduation, all that. So they may not have helium. Tomorrow I might go I gotta put more lotion on. My fingers are really dry. Tomorrow I might go vet out the areas. Usually the Dollar Tree closest to me has more than the other Dollar Trees, but also there's a college nearby, so it's possible that they don't because of graduation. So I don't know. I might have to go or call, but I'm not a phone person. Talking on the phone gives me anxiety. So usually, if I can handle business in person or um, preferably email, chat, talk, computer, then I'll do it. But I hate talking on the phone. I make hubby do all the calling and the answering. All right. Armsies. Long enough. Wait, what I miss? Oh, wait, what did I see? I missed a lot. When did y'all start talking? uh oh, PCS is military. Hey Lucy. I move at the end of May, but hubby seems to think that we can get in the RV in a week. It's not possible, yo. Maybe we can get in there, but this house will not be cleared out. um Long enough for, not sure why PCS popped up. I think because I just typed it. Oh. Long enough for me to iron a long twin size quilt for a long armor and put borders on a 3 yard quilt to have it completed. Is that how long I've been on live? Oh, permanent change of station. That makes sense. It's when you move your next duty station. That makes sense. Celine was a military wife, so I should know these things, but I don't. And my sister-in-law, military. All right. We almost done with the cutting, y'all. Then we gotta figure out that darn front that's gonna drive me crazy because I don't want the bear to look all bloated in the stomach. What is in my mat? Is it because I'm cutting crazy? I'm. It's never done that before. All right. We'll figure out the front in a minute. Celine, you here, girl? We talking about military terms, Celine, and I was saying that you were a military wife, so I should have known the term, but I didn't because I hear the terms, but I don't keep up. No, you cannot move in 1 week. No. And Rebecca, you were here recently. You see my house. My house is not prepared. It's not done. Not close to being done. Only thing, nothing is completely done. I was gonna say the kitchen. We worked on the kitchen last night, but it's not completely done. We emptied out all the. This is. hubby in his mind, he's done with the kitchen. He did it. He did it, y'all. But we went through all of the all of the refrigerator, cleaned out anything that we knew we wouldn't eat, anything that went bad. We cleaned out all of the cabinets, but he left like all of it on the countertop. Everything that we're keeping, he just left on the countertop. And I mean, we did make donation boxes for everything that we're not keeping, but I'm like, it's just all on the countertop, making my nerves bad because it's a mess. It's a mess. So, no, we're not ready. Yes, you on the background while I'm working, and I just got out a meeting and her sleep. Yeah, he's thinking, I don't know. And in his mind, probably he just wants to go over there, move in, and move in there and then just have to deal with the house separate. But that's gonna be a headache because I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. All right, y'all. So we have to get the image, this image, for the belly. What did I do with that? I know way too many military terms. It's stressful. Plus, you gotta clean. Yes, the cleaning is another thing. Um. All right, y'all. So this is my makeshift front belly piece that I showed y'all earlier. Sorry, I'm trying to look for something. I know it's not April anymore. This is what it normally looks like, and you would cut two pieces. But because I need to get this image, I cannot cut the image because then it will be lost in seam allowance and it will be all wonky. So when that happens, I use this little makeshift pattern that I made. And it's really not exact because you got it, you know, it's a poof, it's a stomach. So what I do is I kind of smash it on there to kind of get the gist. And remember, I told y'all this pattern is so forgiving that this has worked out for me every single time, and it's been okay. So you can see that part of it is still out here, and that's gonna be the hard part, y'all. That is gonna be the hard part. And what I usually do, because I know that I'm losing some of the pattern in the way that I'm smushing it, I usually and this is a friction pin, so it won't, because I'm writing on the front, I definitely would use a friction pin for this. But I do it like maybe a half an inch around so that but that's still not enough room for this to be in this part here. It would cut off and it would just say tease a beautiful thin. So I don't know if I can freehand it and go around. The belly's gonna be wonky. It will. If I have to make the belly big enough to fit around this, it's gonna be wonky. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I'm just kind of free forming a little bit. Mm-mm. That bear is gonna have a wide little bottom half. Mm-mm. Moving is very stressful. Yes, it is. I have completed 2 quilt tops while watching Crystal live. One 3-yard with 2 borders in the 60s. Dang, Missy. I've, I've been live way too long if you did all of that. I want to go 3 yards, quote myself, get back in the swing of it. I hate moving too, Celine. Can you make a sample to see what it will look like if you change the belly that much? Um, I probably could, but I won't. I'll be honest, I won't. I know a fat bottom bear. I know that these things are like super forgiving, so I don't stress about it too much. Like, I don't like that I have to do this, but I'm not too stressed about it. But I don't like that I have to do it. Yo, why is hubby home? What time is it? It's 4:30. Why is he home? All right, I'm gonna cut this out. Hubby will probably want to head over to the RV, so he'll probably be coming up here to or calling me to see if I'm ready to go. So we're gonna cut this and I'll see what's his plans before I know if I need to come back at another time to finish this or if I have time to sew. I hate this, y'all. I don't want to cut it because I don't want to do it this way. I really don't. But I don't have a choice in the matter. Because also, I'm not going to like the way it looks on the bear because the words are going to be all over the entire front of the bear. But it's the way it has to be, really. I'm giving myself a little extra room. Um, because being that I cannot replace this fabric, I don't want to make too many mistakes. I cannot replace this image. If I make mistakes with the rest, I have all this fabric here that I could use, but I can't replace this image. All right. So generally, the bottom would not be wide like this. It just would not. And I don't like it, but it is what it is. Look at her little camper. I got to give me a little dog to go in my camper. It's so ironic that this is the one that I'm doing in the middle of moving into a camper. That is so ironic. I feel like it might just be a little bit of confirmation, you know? All right, and this is how much we have left of the shirt that we did not use. And like I said, back in the day, I would send this back, but I'm not gonna because I'm gonna save it in case I need extra fabric if I mess something up or a miscut or something, or I need something, or I forgot to cut a piece, I'll have it. But these are all the pieces. I'm gonna kind of hang off on moving to start sewing. I'm gonna hang off to see if what hubby wants to do. That would stress me out, and probably the first time it happened to me, I would stop making memory bears for other people. Um, you'll be able to use small darts on each lower side if necessary. Yeah, I could do that. And that's the thing about the back, the booty of the bear. That's why this is cut like this, because it's a dart. I'm gonna fold it and then sew right here as a dart. But I'll show y'all all of that whenever we get to sewing. And technically, I guess I could do the same thing on the front to kind of take it in. I could take it in right here, huh? But we'll see. We'll see. Um, it used to stress me out to do memory bears because once you cut, and this fabric means something to people. But after I started doing it for a while, I actually enjoyed so much because every bear is different. And they laugh at me around the house because once I get the bear all sewn up, it's like it has a personality all of a sudden. And then I'll be like talking to the bear. It's like it has a person, once it's together, it has a little personality. Y'all, I don't know what I did with the eyes and nose for the bear. Okay, let me look and see if I know where that is, because that's another thing that I'll need once I start sewing. Look at me, I found them. I found them. So this is not the container you come in, it's just where I hold it in. But these are the eyes that I use, which I think they're 15 millimeter eyes. And then the nose that I use. And then these are the backs. And then you put it in there, you push, and it clamps on for good. It cannot come out. So it's like safety for kids. So they cannot take the eyes off, because it's a small part, but it stays. I don't know. They have a little piece of extra plastic on here. I don't know why there's a button in here. Oh, actually, I do know why. I used these buttons on my last bear, and I guess I put the extra one in here. But so that's the hardware that I use for the bear. And sometimes, if the clothing has buttons on it that will work, I'll use the buttons as eyes. Um, Not necessarily the nose. I'll use a real nose. But why is hubby like not coming upstairs? What's going on with that? Let's call him. Let's see why he's home early. Y'all get out my business. Y'all all on my phone. No, I'm playing. Babe, you right there? You didn't even come say hello? What's wrong? Huh, babe? Your sinuses? What you feel? Yeah, babe. Get you some Sudafed. I think we do. It might be in that big bin of medicine. I'll look for it when I get off of here. What time you wanting to go to the RV, or what? You just need a rest? All right, I'm gonna leave you be. Huh? Oh, yeah, that means I need to go now. What time they close? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I completely forgot about that. Uh, does he know that you're live? Yeah, he know. I think he knows. Y'all, he was sitting out there the whole time. He heard me talking. But I completely forgot. There was a form that I had to fill out, and she told me I had 24 hours to turn it back in. It's been 24 hours. The office closes at 6, so I do have to get off of here and go bring that form back. I didn't even fill the form out before they close. Um, so the sewing of the bear will probably commence tomorrow. Mama Heart will be coming into town tomorrow. I don't know how early or what, but um yeah, and then I need to do more gym boxes. We might do that later on tonight. So check out for another live. Y'all know right now all content is live content. So um check out for another live later on this evening. If I can, I'll come back on and get some gym boxes done. The part 2 of sewing this bear will probably be tomorrow, because I really need to get this back out to the customer. And I'm calculating in my head my own life right now. So that's what y'all getting a live view of me figuring life out. But yeah, it's so much to do, y'all. It's so much to do. Not enough hours in the day. Y'all know about it. Uh, but I guess I gotta get off of here. Bye, Mitzi. I gotta get off of here and get that paper turned in before the office closes and they kick us clean out of the RV resort. That was good. All right. Y'all have an awesome rest of your day. If you're able to come back on later on, if I'm able to come on later on and y'all are available and I'm available, and we'll see each other then. But for now, bye. Hit the like button on your way out, y'all. Hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button and do that too. So look for part 2. Peace. Peace out, Girl Scout.